I say so.
You go, but I'm going to read a lot of this myself.
Yeah. But what you could do, just come down. Come down, because we're here all the time.
You're here all the time?
Yeah, not all the time, but every Saturday.
Come again.
From Iceland, yeah? Oh, Finland. Sorry. You can watch us on
YouTube.
Man, take care.
God bless you.
Man.
So, ancient Babylon wasn't destroyed by arrows.
Yeah.
An arrow is a little wooden thing. How can a whole land be destroyed by small little arrows?
Right.
Even a giant arrow.
Even a giant arrow doesn't have the destructive capability to destroy actual land. Because what's on land? People, houses, palaces, buildings, cattle, greenery. The whole land is destroyed by arrows? Of course not.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Oh yeah.
Right, so there you have it. So I mean, at the end of the day, pretty much, man, there's no stopping what's happening. It's not going to stop. You got people like, they'll come up to the camera and they'll say, well, you know, I don't think that should be happening, or I don't think it's gonna happen. Because see what people are doing, and I mean, you can't blame them at the same time, because people are being fooled and deceived, and to believe that, you know, there's a freeness where you can actually make your own choices, which you can, but your choices are being destined. Everything that you do in this life has already been pre-orchestrated already. All you're doing, you're just doing the things that was already written. And that's what people don't understand. And people don't want to understand it, because that way, if they do understand it, they're going to be afraid and they're going to be fearful, knowing that you have no control of your own self. That's a scary thing. Okay, but the reality of the matter is you're doing everything accordingly as it is written. Okay, and them guys out there, those generals out there that got those missiles, okay, that are stationary in Syria, they're set up to go against them other allies. They're set up to fulfill prophecy. Okay, go on. Okay, go on.
So it says, the arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man, none shall return in vain.
Right, and none shall return in vain. So those missiles are not going to return back. The Lord is not going to turn back his word and say, nah, that's not going to happen. No. I mean, although he can do that, but if he does do that, then he's going to prove himself to be corruptible. So the Lord is going to do exactly what he said. Okay, because it tells you in Numbers 23 and 19, it says, the Lord is upon that he should not lie. Alright? That's in Numbers 23 and 19. Okay, and there's other scriptures too, Isaiah 55 verse 11. So shall my word be that go forth out of my mouth, and it shall not return unto me void. Okay, so if the Lord envisioned a nuclear war by the prophets, okay, the Lord had the prophets envisioned a nuclear war in these latter days. Basically, that's what's going to occur. And there's no stopping that. Go on, bro.
I say, none shall return in vain.
Right, none shall return in vain. Go on.
And Chaldea shall be a spoil.
Okay.
All that spoil her shall be satisfied.
Right,
saith Yahawah.
Right, all they that spoil her shall be satisfied. Meaning they're gonna be getting a kick out of blowing America up, man, by those missiles. Okay, they're gonna get a real kick out of it, because America's been bullshitting over these countries for a long time now. Alright? So when they actually, you know, get it in, boy, man, it's gonna be sweet. Like they say, vengeance is sweet, right? They're gonna have to get their vengeance on. Go on, bro. And England too. England's not getting them stopped. England's gonna get obliterated too by those missiles. Okay, go on.
Because ye were glad, because ye rejoiced, O ye destroyers of mine heritage.
Right, all ye destroyers of my heritage, because you were glad, because they were glad when they took us down. You can read that in Revelations, the 11th chapter. And they were also glad in destroying us, making us look silly and laughing at the same time. Alright, so the Lord is going to pretty much, he's going to get the last slap. We're going to actually see the wicked being destroyed in this whole entire house while we're on the chariots. Okay? So the same way they was looking down on us, laughing at us, we're going to be looking down at them and doing the same thing. Go on, bro.
Sounds devious, but I love it.
Come on.
That says, because ye were glad, because ye rejoiced, O ye destroyers of mine heritage.
Right, because ye rejoiced, O ye destroyers of my heritage. Okay? So they're going to be destroyed. Go on, bro.
Because you are grown fat as the heifer at grass,
Yeah.
and mellow as bulls.
Right, and they grown fat. Like when you go to America, those roads are fat. Everything's fat. You got, you can even go to the what you call it, man? Those fast food restaurants.
11.
And you'll go right to the 7-Eleven. You can go there too and get you a big ass plastic cup of just chemical based juice in it, man. You know what I mean? Pop. What they call it? Pop drink or some shit like that.
Yeah, Slurpee.
Right, Slurpee. And that too, they get you that too. But if you want a big plastic cup of Coca-Cola to destroy your goddamn ass, you can get that too. The extra large joint. Everything's extra large over there, man.
Yeah. It's wicked, man.
Come on. Even them trucks are extra large. Mac, you see the Mac truck? That shit's huge, man.
Yeah, the American ones.
They got the big ass trucks because see, America is a consumeristic based system.
Yeah.
So people are buying up things left, right, hand, and center. And you gotta understand, America's one of those lands where everything's highly promoted. So let's say you get a couple of Jordans in or whatever, right? They're gonna promote Jordans, and they're gonna promote it to the full most. And then people are gonna want to get them shoes. That's how they promote it, right? Anyway, go on.
They're saying, your mother shall be so confounded.
Right, and the mother of America is the British. Because you gotta understand, America was set up by the 13 colonies, man. Alright? So they birthed in America. The reason why America became America because of the British. Okay, go on.
She that bear you shall be ashamed.
Right, she that bear you shall be ashamed. You understand? Because see, we're not out here just acting a damn, looking like a bunch of idiots out here. Okay, we're men, we got things to do. Okay? That's how it is, man. Now, if you want to listen, you can listen. But if you out here to act silly, then have a nice day. Okay, because I'm not really in a jokey-fied mood today, man. Especially when I'm doing this work. Okay, go on.
Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness,
Right.
a dry land, and a desert.
Right, the hinderness of the nation shall be a dry land and a desert. So America, go on.
Because of the wrath of Yahawah,
Right.
it shall be not inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate.
Right, so that's talking about America. The hindermost part of the earth is America. Okay, go on.
Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished
Okay.
and hiss at all her plagues.
Right, so there you have it. Because see, what you're going to have is America's going to be a total desert. 5,000 square mile desert. You ain't going to know from California to New York City. Okay? Or if you in Florida, if you want to go to Maine, you don't even know where that is. Because that land is going to be so dissolved and so destroyed that you just, man, you ain't going to even know if that's even, if America ever existed, man. Go on, bro.
Isaiah 13 verse 5. They come from a far country,
Right.
from the end of heaven,
Right.
even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation
Right.
to destroy the whole land.
Right, so they come from one end to the earth and even unto the other to destroy the thing that's on the face of the earth.
Right.
Okay, read that verse again.
They come, verse 5, they come from a far country,
Yep.
from the end of heaven,
Yep.
even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation
Okay.
to destroy the whole land.
Right, and that's why you have intercontinental ballistic missiles that can travel thousands of miles to get to one country to shoot out of one country and go to another country that's further away. That's the inclination coming from afar to destroy that particular area of the face of the earth. So you're talking about the whole setup of America and the whole spiritual counterpart of America and the philosophy of it and everything that makes up America for what it is today is going to be totally destroyed. Okay? All right. Then get yours. Go on.
Zephaniah chapter 1 verse 18.
Yeah.
Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of Yahawah's wrath.
Right, so your silver and your gold, hey, it tells you in Proverbs 11. Hold that. Give me Proverbs 11.
Where it says, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, for he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land.
Right, and that's that hour. When you read in Revelation where it speaks about how in 1 hour that place was how Babylon was destroyed. That's the speedy riddance. Okay, matter of fact, brother, I want you to rerun that precept again. There was a couple of verses that I wanted to talk on. You know, and that's what it's all about. It's all about prophecy, kicking the word. That's what it's all about. Brothers coming to camp, doing what they gotta do, man. Getting it in. Putting videos up. All of that, man. Because right now it's about prophecy going.
It says, Zephaniah 1 verse 18.
Yeah.
Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath.
Right, so the gold and your silver, in other words, all of your money that you got stacked up in your bank account, and even also the elite bankers, they have the real gold, while they got the people using fiat fund currencies out there that they can change. Okay, so all of that is not going to save anything. Let me Proverbs 11 and stop with verse 21. No, not that one. I'm talking about the one where it says, riches delivered not in the day of wrath.
Riches delivered not? Yeah, rough. It's in 11 though, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
You're going.
Alright, Proverbs chapter 11, I'll start from verse 2.
Yeah.
When pride cometh, then cometh shame. But when the lowly is wisdom, let me start with 3 then. The integrity.
Yeah, just get to the
Point. Alright, Proverbs 11, start from 4, yeah?
Yeah.
Verse 4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath,
Right.
but righteousness delivereth from death.
And that's what the bottom line. That's what the scriptures are saying. So the scripture says, and what is it, Jeremiah, right?
Yeah.
In Jeremiah, no, what you say?
Zephaniah, the one I drew.
Okay, yeah, it says in Zephaniah, it says that your silver and your gold is not going to be able to deliver you out of your wrath. Okay, so you got people out there, and that's why these elites, that's why they try and take as much wealth as they can and pretty much rob the people as much as they can, because they're looking for that great day. Okay, go on.
Because that's what people in the society trust in. They trust in materialism. So like I said, the brother said, consumer based. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they put their trust in their cars, you know, their nice cars, their houses, their objects, man. And they think that they put all their mind and their soul and their ambitions into all that. They don't actually put their trust in the Lord. You know?
And that's the bottom line, like the brother said, because people do trust in their goods that they have. So if you got a 4K TV in your house that you watch on a daily when you come home from work, or you got an Apple computer,
Ezekiel 7:19.
then you feel like you're comfortable. You feel you're straight. You got a nice house. You know, you get that income coming in every so weekly. You know what I mean? And you're doing good, man. You're paying your rent on time. Everything's going great. Family's sorted. Kids are sorted. So you think everything can't go wrong. I'm protected. All right, and you do feel that, like sometimes when you do get money, right, you do feel that sense of security. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
You know, you feel that. But the scripture says that that's not gonna defend you in the hour of trouble. Because what's gonna go down when they shut these banks down, right? You're not gonna get access to your money. And on top of that, the money you got inside your bank is gonna be worth to nothing. And then you're gonna have hyperinflation. Okay? So much for financial security, right? Go on.
So it said, Ezekiel 7 verse, let me start from verse 17. All hands shall be feeble, and all knees shall be weak as water.
That scripture. Okay, go on.
They shall also gird themselves with sackcloth, and horror shall cover them.
Right, go on.
And shame shall be upon all faces, and boldness upon all their heads.
Right, and boldness shall be upon all their heads, meaning they're going to be pretty much astounded. They're going to be astonished. Okay, they're going to be like basically, oh shit, what has just happened here? Okay, people are going to get messed up with the things they're going to see. You know what I mean? So this is why we got to stay in the spirit, in the scriptures, and do exactly what we got to do, man. Okay, go on.
They shall cast their silver in the streets,
See?
and their gold shall be removed.
Right, so they're going to cast their silver and their gold out in the street, meaning they're going to put that money aside, man. Oh, I got 10 G's in my account. Oh, I got 100 G's in my account. So they're going to be doing away with all of that because they're going to realize that that cash ain't worth it them. Okay, because they're going to shut the banks down. They're going to pretty much highly deduct the currency system, and you're going to be out of it. You're going to forget about the currency. all you're going to be thinking about is food and shelter, and that's the basic necessities for man. When man is pretty much on that level where his back is against the wall. Okay, when he's just totally out there and all of that, man. Go on.
So it says, their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord.
Right, that's that precept, Proverbs 11, that says, for your riches should not deliver you out of the day of wrath, but your righteousness will. So your righteousness is the true riches. That's why the scripture says, how the real Jews will be in poverty, but thou art rich. Why are we rich? Because we've been able to obtain this wisdom and understanding, which makes us wise into what? Our salvation. Okay, so if you got this understanding, if you got the complete understanding of what you're dealing with, then you're gonna make it. Lord willing, and I say that by faith. Okay, so we would
Alright, this is Isaiah 13 verse 17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold,
right.
they shall not delight in it.
Right, meaning Russia and them, you're not going to be able to give them money or pay them off to stop what they're doing. They're going to do what they're doing. Why? Because the Spirit of the Lord or the angels is putting that war mentality in their mind, that war state. Okay, that war state of mind, man.
That's it.
So you ain't going to stop nothing going, bro.
Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces.
Right, and their bows shall dash the young men to pieces, because you're going to have nothing with young men that's going to get in this war. They're going to be on the front line fighting this war. Okay, and all these people as well that are also young, they're going to get blown to smithereens too. Okay, and that's how it is, man. Like right now, you got people dressing all nice and so-called nice. I say, well, actually, I'm correct when I say nice, because the word nice means naive. Okay, but you got these people that are dressing up and getting themselves prepped up for some bullshit game or whatever, but not understanding that all of this is going to totally come to a complete closure at an instant. And then you got broke down Negroes too. That's going to be pretty much destroyed too. Okay, go on, bro. Oh yeah.
Verse 18. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces.
Right.
They shall have no pity on the fruit of thy womb.
Right, they're not going to have no pity on the fruit of thy womb. Pregnant women. Oh, we got to watch out for the kids. We're going to kill the children. We're going to kill the children. You know what I mean? That's how they say it down south in America. The children. We're going to kill the children. You know what I mean? They're not going to give a shit about no goddamn children, man. They're going to fight. They're going to fight until they can't fight no more. And they're going to blow each other to smithereens. Okay? It's just going to be nothing but death swarming out throughout this war. And you know who the bigger losers are going to be? All of these nations that got involved in this nuclear war. Alright? And guess what? The winners are going to be us. Alright? The winners are going to be Yahawah. When Yahawah comes through, he's going to add insult to injury. And also, we're going to be a part of that, and we're going to make it, okay, Lord willing, I say that by faith, through spirit. And, hey, we're going to be in joy.
Zechariah 14:12. And this shall be the plague wherewith Yahawah will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem.
Right, so pretty much, brother, what chapter is that?
Zechariah 14:12.
Look up that word plague, Baba. Because the Lord is going to send plagues, and the plagues is things that are going to bring death. I thought God was all love. I thought God was so about love that he couldn't hurt a fly. Oh, now you're learning something different now. Okay, now we get into the nitty-gritty of the truth.
And we learned that the hard way when we were in Europe.
Yep.
He gave us something called the bubonic plague. And the white man calls it the black plague. It was killing us, that's why.
That's it.
So when the Lord means your 1,000 years and it's up, time's up, man.
That's it.
He did that to us, let alone our enemies. So I'm just glad I'm on this side.
That's it, bro. Because you don't want to be on the other side of these jokers out there. Because I mean, when you look at these people out here, they looking all, up the part, and they, dressing provocative, and
that woman's dress, man. Look,
they showing their asses for the world to see. they're all in that state of mirth, man. They prepare for that mirth, you know. But that mirth is going to be closed out, man. When all hell breaks loose and the shit hits the fan, all of this mirth and playing music in the background out here, it's all going to be done. That's it. That's it. So I mean, hey, that's how it goes. We're really just talking about the state of the music nowadays. You know, trash music. You know. But yeah, like I said, man. I mean, at the end of the day, all of this shenanigans is going to be closed out. There's only so much you can burn it up.
So I looked at the word plague. One thing is
What's the Hebrew word? Right, Magapar.
Right? Hold on. Plague, slaughter, stroke.
Right. What's the
Plague, slaughter, plague, stroke.
That's pretty much it. So the Lord is going to bring a slaughter in the land. There's going to be a mass slaughter amongst billions of people. So that's the plague that the Lord is going to bring down here, man.
It said, especially used of pestilential and fatal disorders.
Read that verse again. I mean, not the verse. The definition.
It's the slaughter in battle, a plague sent from God,
Right.
especially used of pestilential and fatal disorders.
Right. So that's what's going to happen. And what you're going to have also is you're going to have biological warfare. Hey, they might spray some diseases out there or some viruses out there for the people. All right, to take in, and they can kill the people like that. And then also say, look, we gotta lock down this city, or we gotta lock down that city because there's a disease, there's a plague in the city, there's a virus plague in the city. All right, so all manner of hell is gonna come out here, man. That's why I told you in Daniel 12, okay, hey, the time is gonna be so troublesome since there was a nation. Okay, and like you said, brother, you want to be on this side of the spectrum. You don't want to be on the other side where these clowns are out here doing what they want to do with no sense of truth in it. Okay, or not even concerned about the truth. And you also don't want to be a part of the elk of the scoffers too, because they're gonna get it the worst. You know what reason they're gonna get it worse? Because they knew about the truth and they did not what they knew. Okay, and they're gonna be beat with many stripes. And on top of that, man, based on them scoffing up against the men of the Lord, also pursuant to what is it, Matthew 18, it says, if anyone, or should I say even better, it says in Matthew 12, I believe it says, whatever you say, you shall give an account in the day of judgment. Okay? Right. Every idle word that shall come out of your mouth, you shall give an account in the day of judgment. So number one, you got these scoffers and scorners, which mostly they were down in the camp. Okay? So they've been drawn from that. They're in violation of what is it? A scripture where it says
Plow, innit?
what's that?
It said, touching the plow, turn it back.
Right. So they're under that. So there's so many different things that they've broken. So that's how you know, man, them scoffers, they're gonna get it real hard, man. And you know too, you even got scoffers coming on our page as well.
Video.
Right, okay, yeah. Sorry. You know what I mean? So hey, that's what it is, man. That's what it is. So
it's like when you said scoffers, what do you mean on the one where we put the videos up?
right. You got people talking shit. You know what I'm saying? And that sort of thing, man. But hey, they're just doing what they gotta do.
Yeah, it's a part of the script. The Lord's got roles for people.
Yeah.
And they're what, gang scares and stuff.
That's it.
Just gotta be thankful that the Lord didn't make us that, man.
That's it. You know, so what we're gonna do, man, because it's about that time, what we're gonna do is gonna close out. I'm gonna give all praises and glory to Yahawah.
Yahawah.